Hello everybody and welcome back to Nerdy Miniatures, and in today's video we are going to be painting 4 of Alarielle's subjects, the Dryads, but of course they're going to be in my signature cherry blossom theme, so if you want to see how I did it, then just keep on watching. So let's begin with who the Dryads are. The Sylvaneth Dryads are a howling, screaming manifestation of the forest's wrath, falling upon those who defile their sacred glades with a malign violence that borders on glee. Dancing lithely between their opponents with a grace that belies their nature, they stab and choke foes with vicious talons, and few who invoke their wrath make it away alive. It's fair to say, although these guys are little, they're in fact quite tough. But of course I'm going to make them a little bit cutesy by adding cherry blossom to all of them. So for starts, I sprayed them all with the spray paint Chaos Black. This is a little different from what I'd normally do. Normally I would use Grey Seer, but if anything I actually prefer this. And when I applied the aptly named Dryad Bark over the top, it actually had a very nice effect. Next, it was time to dry brush. So I went in with the colour Pallid Witch Flesh and a dry brush and brushed across all 4 figures, using different levels of intensity to make each one look unique. I really tried to focus this on the skeleton on the figure as well as the mask that one of them is wearing, as these are made of bone of course, and then shortly after this I went in with the aptly named Skeleton Horde and applied 2 coats to the mask and of course to the whole skeleton, just to kind of finish them off. Next I went back in with shading, and using the same technique I went in with Nurgling Green. I went over the lighter parts just to bring out that natural tree look, if a walking, talking tree can be natural, before I went in with the pink. So using the shade Screamer Pink, I then began to brush this over the leaves, adding a flush of pink there. A lot of dry brushing on these figures. Now it was time to start adding the bright green highlights that I've done on all my other Sylvaneth. So using the shade Moot Green, I filled in the eyes, the mouths and the swirls as well. And I also added this to any deep grooves or holes in the figure to make it look like this green was glowing from within and make them look alive. At this point I kind of decided that less was more with these Dryads, and I painted the base following this using the technical paint Stirland Mud and added some blush flowers to the base also. Of course though, no Dryad or no Sylvaneth figure would be complete without my cherry blossoms, so I went in with UV resin and a coarse fake pollen for this, and I attached the flowers and set them using UV pen. And that is it. that is my Dryads complete. I believe these 4 Dryads are actually an older set. You can actually get a much bigger set now, but it's currently sold out on the website. But it's definitely something I'd look at getting in the future. These were really fun. They're quite cute considering the fact that they are downright evil, but I am definitely looking forward to seeing how they perform in battle. Down in the description you will find 2 links. The first to Mr. Nerd's channel, so if you enjoy MMOs and action RPGs, then please feel free to have a look at that. And of course, if you like fantasy lore on stuff like Tolkien and of course Warhammer, then I highly recommend you checking out my channel, where I do just that on Mondays and Fridays. Anyway, that'll be it from me. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world. And as always, peace out, guys.